Hey y'all, it's Dawn and welcome back to A Dinosaur in the Library. So tonight I'm a little excited because I turned in my last paper for my second class of the summer semester. So I am done with schoolwork for the semester. There's 2 weeks before the new semester starts. And while I do have things that I have to work on, I have an article that I have to edit and I have project to work on. I have essentially 14 days during which I have no real school responsibilities. So, you know what that means. Huge amounts of leisure reading are coming. So I decided to make a short TBR, short-ish TBR, I just glanced at the list again, and of books that I really would like to get to during this break, just so I kind of have some sort of path. And I'm not going to limit myself to this list, so if I decide I want to read something else, I can. It's not a big deal, but I would really like to at least get to some of these, and some of these I have to get to because they're interlibrary loans through my university, and they have a fairly short checkout date, so I have to get them back to the library in pretty quick time, so I need to get those read. But there's about 16 books on the list, so it's pretty ambitious for 14 days, considering that I do have other things I have to do. But we're going to see what happens. So the first one I actually just finished a few minutes ago, and I will be filming a review of this because I freaking loved it. Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay. I bought it maybe a couple of months ago. And you may remember this from the video in which I ranted about Barnes & Nobles. But I loved this book. It's nonfiction. If you haven't read it, go do so. I'll talk more about it in my review, but the bomb. Just amazing. Love it. Okay, so actually I can cross one off my list. That's very exciting, but yeah. So, Bad Feminist. This book I actually just got, and I did not buy it. I won it from a giveaway from a random house on Instagram. And I honestly, it came in the mail, and I was like, I don't remember, like, how did I get this? I didn't buy it. And I was trying to figure it out, and then I went on Instagram and looked and realized, oh, duh, I liked, you know, the picture that was the giveaway and forgot completely about it because it had been a couple weeks. And what I won was Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. I've heard some really good things. A friend of mine just bought this, so I'm hoping to get it read pretty quickly so I can talk about it with her next time I see her. And yeah, so nonfiction. As far as I know, I don't know a whole lot about it. All I know is it's about race and it's about his life. So it sounded good. And I'm really glad I won it because I do love, okay, can I talk about for a minute? I really love small hardbacks. I don't know why. There's something completely adorable about a small hardback. It's like they got shrunk. Anyway, so the next one is also a fairly new book of mine. I actually got this one for free because I had a coupon, and it's all very complicated, but the fact of the matter is I got it for free, and it's Burn This Book, edited by Toni Morrison. It's Pen Writers Speak Out on the Power of the Word. It's got people like Russell Banks and Toni Morrison, John Updike, Salman Rushdie. So just different essays about the power of the word, and I thought it sounded really cool. And like I said, I actually got it for free with my coupon, so you can't beat free at all. Not with a stick. You just can't. The next one is a book that I have been whining and moaning and groaning about wanting for over a year, and I finally have it, and I need to read it during this break, and that's The Map of Chaos by Felix J. Palma. And this is the third and final, unfortunately, book in the Trilogia Victoriana. And I've been wanting this and waiting for this for a year because it was out last year, but it was out in Spanish because Felix J. Palma is a Spanish writer. He is from Spain. And yeah, so this is the third book in the series. They're each, if you're new here and you haven't heard me ramble on about this series ad nauseum, each of the books is built around an H.G. Wells novel. The first one was built around The Time Machine, and that's Map of Time, which got me hooked on the series. The second book is Map of the Sky, which is based around War of the Worlds, and this is Map of Chaos, which is based around The Invisible Man. And I think Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is supposed to be a character in this one. Lewis Carroll and H.G. Wells is actually a character in the books, and they're all so good, and I so wish that there were more, but I'm looking forward to reading this. And can we just pause for a minute and talk about how freaking beautiful these end papers are? The other two I have are in paperback, and I like the covers, but Jesus, these are just beautiful end papers. I may have to order the hardbacks of these just to have these gorgeous end papers in my life, if they all look like this, because holy crap. The next one is actually technically for school. I'm working on a research collaboration with my major professor, dealing with LGBTQ graphic novels, and we're reading a certain set of them, and I borrowed this one from him because I don't own it, and that's Blue is the Warmest Color by Julie Morrow, and we're working on doing something with them for an article, and so I have to read this one and get it back to him, so he can take notes and stuff before our next meeting at the end of the month, so definitely. But it's a graphic novel, and I do like the art. I think it's really cool how there's just that one accent color. But yeah, so I know this has been out for quite some time, and it's just a shame that I haven't read it. But I'm getting around to it now, and I'm excited. The next couple are also graphic novels, but this one is from the library. It's from my university library, so I have it up for quite some time, and that is Shadow Hero by Jean Lin Yang and Sunny Liu, and it's based on a Golden Age comic series called, where's it at? The Green Turtle, but he was the first Asian American superhero, and I had never heard of that. So when we got this in, I snatched it up because I thought that sounded so cool. Not to mention the fact that I love Jean Yang. American Born Chinese and Boxers and Saints are two of my favorite graphic novels. And cool art, of course. Lovely. The next one is also from the, my university library, and that is In Real Life by Cory Doctorow and Jen Wang. And I had actually checked this out before and was going to read it, but it got recalled. Somebody put a hold on it, so I had to take it back, and I just got back around to checking it out again. And it's about two gamers in different areas of the world, but it sounds super cool. The next couple are also library books. This one, I can't really show you the cover, although I don't think the cover has anything super cool on it. And that's, let me open it so I can get the full title, because all I can see on the end is the first part. It's Forgotten Places, Uneven Development in Rural America, edited by Thomas Lyson and William W. Falk. And I have a distinct interest in rural issues. A, based on my upbringing, I'm from a rural area, but B, also my research focuses around LGBTQ youth in rural America, and I've been picking up books here and there on the rural experience that I can use in my research, and this one is due back a few weeks after the semester starts, so I really need to get on that one and at least read through some of the essays and see if anything's going to be useful, and if not, I can just send it back, but, you know. Okay, the next one is also a library book, but this one I have out for quite some more time. This is from my university library, and that's I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. It was it a Stonewall or a Rainbow List? One of the two. Can't remember. My bad for forgetting. But I did want to read this. I'm trying my best to catch up because I'm so far behind reading the most current LGBTQ young adult literature, and I really need to be better about keeping up with it. So I just wanted to go ahead, and I saw this one on the shelf. Didn't even realize we had it because it's fairly new, and our library doesn't necessarily get the newest stuff in popular fiction all the time. Sometimes we do, it just depends. But I was very excited to see we had it, so I snatched this up because the young adult class is going to be using it in the fall, so I need to get this read and returned before somebody puts a hold on it to use for the class. The next one is another one I have to get read soon because it's an interlibrary loan, and that's The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily Danforth. Another one I should have read before now, but have not gotten around to it. I've read tons about it. I already know what it's about. It's about a girl who gets sent to a gay cure camp, and just, yeah. So, a book that is near and dear to my heart. It's simply because of the subject matter, and it's received such great acclaim in different places that I trust the opinion of, so I'm excited to get to reading this one. And I don't have a choice if I don't want it returned without being read. And the last two are also interlibrary loans, so things that I would probably wait and read later, but can't because they're not my libraries. And again, I can't show you the cover because of the interlibrary loan thing. But this is Banana Blitz by Florence Perry Hyde, and this is going to take like no time to read. This is a sequel to a book called Banana Twist that I read in the 4th grade, and I just, for some reason, it stuck with me. It's about this kid who really wants to go to this private school, and he has this run-in with this super weird kid in his building, and, you know, hijinks ensue, middle grade hijinks ensue, but there's a sequel, and I had to interlibrary loan it. The other one was at my university library, but I don't know why these books stuck with me for so long. It's not like, they're not terrible books, but it's not like it's a, you know, a piece of award-winning, amazing literature. It's just one of those goofball middle grade books, but I loved them. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I don't apologize for my reading. And the final one I got is, again, covered mostly by the interlibrary loan thing, but it's A Queer History of the United States by Michael Bronski. And I have not read this. Of course, I have seen it mentioned and cited in multiple places, but it's got all kinds of fun and interesting things in it that I really need to know about, and that I will probably end up using in my research at some point. And even if I don't, I'm sorry, I am a queer American, and I need to know the queer history. I think everybody needs to know this. It's like African American history or Asian American history. I think that you need to understand this. So I will report back. I may not do a full review depending on the book, but I will definitely report back on whether or not I think this is a really good source, and I think it is already, so that if you really want to learn a little bit more about the queer history of the U.S., you can do so. So I think, no, there were a couple that I did forget to bring over here with me because it's been that kind of week. So, 13 Reasons Why, I think, is by Jay Asher. I think I've got it checked out from my university library. Another one I did not realize we had in the juvenile collection, but it's one that I've heard good things about on BookTube, and I really kind of wanted to get to it, and it seems like it'd be a quick read, so I could probably get through that one. The other one, Finders Keepers by Stephen King, which is the sequel to Mr. Mercedes. I've had it since it came out. I just have not had a chance to sit down with it, and I really want to get it read during this break so that I can be excited for the next Stephen King book, which is, I think, coming out November 1st, but it's a short story collection. I cannot wait. I love Stephen King short story collections. And I think, oh, no, I did bring this one. Okay. The Fifth Hatter M graphic novel and final one, Love of Wonder. I know, I still haven't gotten around to reading it. It's a crying shame, honestly, but I'm going to get this read because it's a graphic novel, so I should be able to fly through it, at least be able to fly through the graphic novels. And the final one that I forgot to bring over here with me is Breakfast at Tiffany's by Truman Capote. In a haul several months back, I had bought a new copy of it because I really, really wanted to read it, and I used to own a copy, but it disappeared on me somewhere, and I don't know why I don't have all of Truman Capote's stuff anymore, because I do love Truman Capote. But yeah, and he's from Alabama, so there's that. But I'm hoping to get through all those. There's 16 books. One of them I technically already finished, Bad Feminist. So, not even technically, I did already finish it. So that one is already off the list. That's 15 left. Several of them are graphic novels. At least one of them is middle grade. A couple of them are young adults. So hopefully I can get all of those plus a couple more read. That would be really nice because, yeah, I would really like to knock out some more books off my shelf. But we'll see how that goes. So I will see you all in the next video, and I hope everybody is having a fabulous week and that you get a little bit of a chance this week to do something you want to do, because I'm so excited to be able to do the things I want to do this week. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.